How can I smell good? Episode rolling and action.
Thank you, camera person. Thank you. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending on the time you're listening to this. And finally, for the first time, I get to say watching. I'm proud. I'm proud. Welcome, viewers. It's your boy JB, the word scientist. Yeah, welcome. Apologies from one of my co-hosts, Kiro, your number one hero that never drops to zero. It's Hero with a K, Kiro. Yeah, he couldn't make it, scheduling. But yeah, so I have to do this solo. Well, not really solo because I have my camera person here. Someone, I don't know what my camera person is now. It's here, someone I don't. Right now, I'm alone. But yeah, welcome. Think we should call this a conversation. Can we please have a conversation? I'd love for us to have a conversation. Well, this conversation is going to be a little uncomfortable. You can hear the sirens, the bells, you can hear all of them. So yeah, welcome. Tell you the truth, man, I even wanted to call this episode Uncomfortable. So I will say it straight out of the gate. I am a stress stinker. But I said it. I think when I'm in a stressful situation or an uncomfortable situation, as soon as I see someone or something I'm not okay with, or something that makes me uncomfortable instead, I be sweating. And once I start sweating, I'm just stink. I know it. I'm just stink. Hey man, and the comes like don't bad, don't get me wrong. I do bad. Okay, maybe when I was younger. My early 20s, baby, I don't know. But yeah. It maybe a little earlier on I didn't do it properly. Yeah. But now, no shame. I bad. I really bad. And I use the most deodorant. That's what's missing here. It's deodorant. Yeah, but I use the most. Now this one is no longer the most expensive, but it's in the conversation depending on the supermarket. I'm not gonna show they don't pay me. You see now I'm a little dermatite because I don't want to stand up to fetch me deodorants. But yeah, trust me, I use the most expensive deodorant. I use mouthwash. You have to kukuhlela it, right? And then you rinse your mouth with it and it burns, y'all. Like, so trust me, I'll be burning just so I don't stink. So I do invest in my self-care, don't go. And this is why I'm crying, man. Because I still stink. With all the money that I spend, with all the expensive things that I buy, with all of that, I still stink. And what that means is that I'm not saying that I'm no different from the sewage guys. Like I said, I do invest in my self-care. So, of course, I smell hypnotic. I'm not gonna show you the name. In fact, let me put it on. No. Yeah, some of you will judge me and say I don't know how to put on perfume. It's what I'm gonna say. I'm just gonna look at you. Yeah, but yeah, you see, so I do put on perfumes and stuff. I know perfumes. I bath. And I didn't have a slip of tongue there when I said perfumes. Although you guys would want me to say cologne, I use perfume. That's very like a woman. Another story, yo. But that's a conversation for another day. See, told you this episode is going to be very uncomfortable. 1 second. So yeah, but that's what I want us to talk about today. I want us to talk about smell. Sorry, I don't know why my thing froze. Yeah, it's okay now. The devil. Do you know those people that blame the devil for everything? They can't do anything now. It's the devil. Yeah, those people. But yeah, I want us to talk about smell. What is smell? Why do we smell? How can I smell good? Those are the 3 things that I want us to address. First of all, what is smell? Secondly, why do we smell? And lastly, how can I smell good? Before I tell you what smell is, I gotta tell you how it works. Very not. We're not gonna go into the science of it. I'm gonna tell you it comes through your nose, goes through your brains, your nerves. It's not a science lesson. This is no biology class. I just want you to know that it has to do with detecting or emitting. So it's either you get something or you give something. Detect. You get it, or you emit, or you give it. And it's so important because most of y'all be thinking that smell is just something that you get. And you forget that you also emit it. Another thing that's important is that we all have a certain scent. So what is smell? It is a perceived or detected, perceived or detected odor or scent of a thing or something. The perception means that it might not even be true. Remember, it is a perceived. It's how you look at it. And here we were thinking smell has to do with the nose. The jet lag, how you think of it, how you see it. And I'll give you an example. I own a lot of leather. So say from that leather that I have, or those letters that I have, or whatever it is, I decide to open a store. And when I open a store, I decide to put a floral thing, you see? Because I like floral too. Told you I like smelling like gold. That's another story. Yeah, I put floral things. I make it smell floral. But you walk into the leather shop, and my leather shop smells floral, y'all. But you walk into the leather shop and you perceive the leather, you see the leather, so you think it smells like your normal leather. But it doesn't even smell like that. So the question could be asked, and I am asking it: is smell real? Is smell real? Is smell real? Is it? Well, I'll let you answer that. Remember, it's a conversation. Yeah, the second one is, remember, it has to do with image and architect, and so the perceived might be lies. Some of the things is not lies, it's not real. Okay, so the second one is to emit an odor or a scent of a specific kind. Remember, scent and odor. So that's what is also smell, right? It's an odor or a scent. Now, odor means bad, scent means good. Simplest version. So hopefully we have an idea of what is smell or what smell is. I want us to answer the second question, and the second question has two questions. Two. But why do we smell? And here are the questions. Things that make us smell. Why do we smell? Things that make us to smell. Things that cause us to smell. Things that make us to smell. That's one. Second one, why should we smell? Why do we smell? Why is smell important? First one, the things that make us to smell. Second one, why is smelling important? Let's dig into the things that make us smell. Why do we smell? Number one. Things that make people smell. Like we started off this conversation, I said I am a stressful stinker. So being in an uncomfortable situation makes people smell. But guys, I don't just want to talk about the smell, this one I don't think I brought it on. This one is finished. Then guys, but yeah, the smell, I don't just want to talk about it, that I also want to talk about how smell is you. Your smell is you. Who you really are. Kind of rough to say those words, but yeah, you get that, how you act, how you treat people, your smell, the odor or the scent that they get from you, right? Leather smells like leather. Leather does not smell like my floral. I've never smelled floral like that. I don't know maybe that's drinking leather. But yeah, so you are what you smell, right? Along those lines. But yeah, so being in a comfortable situation, I want to talk about our behavior, how we act. So, I got in a fight a few months ago, not so long ago. Yo man, this person that I was fighting with, he promised me something, right? And he bailed out. So what he did was like, hey yo man, this is what's gonna happen when this happened, when this happened, when this happened, when this happened. And then all of a sudden drop it like that. You see chaos happen. And that's uncomfortable. So he put me in an uncomfortable situation. And me being uncomfortable and telling you that, excuse me, that I think when I'm uncomfortable, I went that hard. I was a tiger in the woods. I was in my element, like yo, I was Tiger Woods, I was that good. I was pro, like I was a savage. Because I was uncomfortable. I stink. I told them, go to hell. And that's the church version. Church version. No, I was angry, man. Because I was uncomfortable. Another thing that's uncomfortable is walking into your partner making love with someone else. Comfortable. Having a sick partner, having a sick child, being, it's uncomfortable. Not being able to do things that you are supposed to is uncomfortable. But besides uncomfortability, another thing that makes people stink is being sick. So when people are sick, they stink. When people are sick, they stink. But yeah, being sick makes you stink. Some people stink because they are sick. Hospitals have certain odors. That's why these private hospitals smell like sanitizers. They're trying to kill this smell, this odor. So what is being sick, JB? Having a perversion? Sick. Being a rapist? Being an abuser? Being sick is when you're not doing what you're supposed to in computer's terms. It's a malfunction, it's not doing what it's supposed to do. And some of y'all don't know that y'all sick because y'all still working. Just because you're working don't mean you're doing what you're supposed to. And now that's what being sick is, not doing what you're supposed to. Not taking care of your children, that is sick. Not taking care of your brother, that is sick. Not taking care of your mother, not taking care of your children, not taking care of your... Sick. Get it? Sick. Sick. Another thing that makes people sick is a closed mouth. Being muzzled. Being muzzled. A closed mouth makes you sick. So when you go to bed, then you wake up the following morning, your breath stinks. Why? Your mouth was closed. So you stink when your mouth is closed. JP, what are you saying? You stink when you don't open your mouth. You stink when you don't speak up. Remember I said some people are uncomfortable. And because they don't say that the uncomfortable that, because some people literally stink because people are expecting them to be like this. So they have something like this the whole time while they're uncomfortable. Then when they let go, they stink because they're uncomfortable. That was uncomfortable. Yeah, they stink. Others are sick. Others have sicknesses they don't say until they start stinking, that you start seeing flies come all over them. They don't say. Others are bullied. They don't say. And then they become sick. Right? So the closed mouth, not speaking. And this one is the most important one. Because even in the Bible it says that the power of life and death is in the tongue. So you speaking has some powers. And when you don't, it makes you smile. You become angry. Have you ever had people act out of character, and you not tell them that they're acting out of character, and all of a sudden you acting out of character, you start thinking because you're not speaking. Hey, do you want lunch? Hey, is we doing good? Hey, do you wanna go back? How asakulum? And you think well, I wanna cause they messed up, but you stink. Because you're not speaking. You're not saying that, hey, you did not call me right. You spoke to me out of terms. You whatever they did, you just keep it quiet, and when you keep quiet, you stink. Another one is intake, your diet, what you take in. Makes you wonder what I'm taking in. Yeah, but what you take in. So, growing up in the location, but it's not the location, right? Because literally when you step out the gate out of my house, there's a pavement. So I don't want you to think it's a location. But yeah, you'd always hear kids. You don't get this thing at home, you get it from the kids in the streets. Get it from the streets. Yeah, in the streets talk, right? In the streets, when you start smelling, they tell you, yeah, with your aja. With your aja. Nothing wrong with aja. I love aja. That's why people are telling me, get your aja. Yeah, I love aja. Aja businesses, sorry. Yeah, but so to show you that things that you take make you stink. I think it's spicy food actually. Spicy food makes you stink. Right. What you taking. And some of us are taking spicy things. Trying to spice it up. Spicy. Some are green spices, some are white spices. Trying to spice it up. You know what I'm talking about. But yeah, and others are taking in wrong ideas. Like, my pastor was like, others chill with the wrong type of friends that will tell you that, yeah, I'm fine. And you take that. And then you start wanyan. That's what you take. And then you start stinking. You start stinking. Now, what you take in affects your weight. So the next one is being overweight. When you take in unnecessary things, it's called unnecessary weight. Yeah, I know, cool savage. Being overweight, that's what they say there. We'll say unnecessary weight. Unnecessary weight. Carrying things you're not supposed to, like those wrong ideas that you carry. The ones that you shut line, you probably one. And hey, don't get me wrong. It's not I'm not getting on here to say that you stink, although you do. I'm here to tell you how can you smell good. Because you're like, wow, JP, I smell. I'm like, yes, you smell. I'm not even done telling you how you smell. Wait. Because I know some of you are like, nah, JP, the things you say don't affect me. Are you sure? Let's see this one. So I spoke to one of my friends and I asked her, hey man, I'm a stressful stinker. What type of a stinker are you? Then she said that she stinks when she wakes up early in the morning. I have this classmate. Content. So the baby girl. So I didn't say your name though. Even me, I'm stinking. We all stink. But yeah, being human. She even said that the president, son, she said the president's name, And really, I don't care who you are, whether you Beyonce, you Bill Gates, you Biggie Five, whoever. If you go and deal with that bad thing, or to someone unfortunate like that, but today, with that bad thing, you will stink. So being human, you are gonna stink eventually. Excuse me. It's a part of life thing. It's a part of life thing. Now the last reason that I want to give kind of breaks my heart. Especially when the event is still fresh in your mind. But yeah, the last thing that makes people stink is death. If you've had something or someone die on you feel it stinking. Dead things smell. Dead things smell. Like I said, I crabbed in the location. So along the way, there was a little bush. You would pass by, find a little cat that has been dead. That thing would smell, y'all. You see, it changes my look. Smells. So that thing smell. And we've had things die on us. We've had people die on us. We've died on us. We've had relationships die on us. We've had jobs die on us. We've had our health die on us. We've had our wealth die on us. We've had things die on us. We've had things die on us. We've had things die on us. So yeah, hopefully we've established that we all stink. In case you're not an uncomfortable stinker, you're a quiet stinker. You stink because you're quiet. If that's not you, you stink because you're sick. If that's not you, you stink because of the things you're taking in. If that's not you, you stink because you're overweight. If that's not you, you stink because you're human. So you stink. And we've established that we stink. We smell. We have odor. We have the bad one. And this episode is called How Can I Smell Good? So we gotta try understand why you should smell good. So on my notes I wrote smell controls how you feel about something. Smell controls how you feel about something. So if you're perfume fanatic, if you like perfumes, stuff like that, like my sister, she said she's going to blind me, so returning the favor. I'm returning the favor, so I am plugging her. Yeah, I'm just updating rules. Trying to roll my eyes, horrible eye roller. But yeah, I'm updating you. Check it out, YouTube. Yeah, I'm returning the favor. So She likes perfumes. She would spend hours in a body shop. She would, yo. When I was telling her about this, in fact, I was like, you should open a perfume store because that's how much she likes perfume. Like, she likes smelling good. She likes smelling good. And she does. She does smell good. That we always think. Yeah, but smell controls how you feel about something. So my sister would spend hours in a body shop, but if I take my same sister to a sewage treatment, she wouldn't even stay a minute. So you see, smell is like wow. It's just the type of smell that you get that affect how long people stay. So now, if you're giving away sewage treatment vibes, what makes you think that people are gonna stay around you if you're being abusive, if you being all those sick things that I mentioned? What makes you think that people wanna stay with you? If you make people uncomfortable, they go want to flee. So the smell affects how you feel about something. Another thing, smell tells you where a person has been. You can tell someone is in the shower when they get out of the shower. Excuse me. They smell fresh. You can tell someone is in the gym. Although I will have the gym smell every month when we're not in the gym, but that's another story. Right? You can tell that a person passed through fire because of their smell. So smell tells you history, tells you what a person has been. You can tell that a person has been divorced. You can tell if a person has been abused. They don't want help. You can tell if a person has been dropped like me. You can tell. Because now, you can tell. Smell tells you history. But, because now we've kind of been on the negative reasons of why we smell. Let's try lighten it up a little. Smell is a superpower. There are things you cannot detect without smell. You can detect gas without smell. You can detect gas without smell. So gas is so important. You can imagine if you couldn't smell and there's gas, you can't because you can't see it, and you light a cigarette, you go burn. The whole house go burn. So things would burn if we can't smell. Relationships would burn if we don't smell. Families would burn if we don't smell. Companies would burn if we don't smell. Imagine being with someone who stinks, y'all, and you call that person your partner. Nobody, your business will burn. 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 Things burn when we don't smell. Smell is important. And the last reason, smell gives you information. Smell gives you information. You often hear people say, stop sniffing around my business. Stop sniffing around my business. Hey, you guys, they've never told you to stop sniffing around the business. A woman cannot yeah, but you have people tell you to stop sniffing around the business. And what you guys never really got out is what that means is that when you smell, you find out. When you smell, you find out. So it's not when you toot around, you find out. Nah, it's when you smell, you find out. Dogs sniff drugs out. Dogs sniff drugs out. So when you smell, you find out. Now that you see that smell is important, you see that we should smell. Why do we smell? Because we need to find out. And people also find out about you based on the way you smell, based on the way you act. Remember, we talk about smell, we talk about your behavior, we're not just talking about the perfumes that just put out. We saying that when you smell, you find out. You find out that you're sick. Otherwise, how are you gonna know? And guys, you're on the things that make y'all smell. I didn't even get to every reason. Like my camera person was telling me how she helped on someone who was stinking and she started stinking. And what that could mean is that your company makes you stink. When you're around people who stink, when you're around gangsters, when you're around killers, when you're around murderers, when you're around cheaters, when you're around druggies, you're next. You will stink. And I also know this lady that stinks after doing something bad. So it could say that your vices make you stink. Like people who smoke, they stink. They burst stink. Right? We could talk about a lot. Hence I'm saying that we do need a second episode. But yeah, to cover some of the things quickly, I wanted to check this one out and to answer this question, JP, how can I smell good? We've established that smell is important. You with smell you find out, with smell you determine if people want to be with you. With smell is important. With smell you detect things that you would never have gotten. So how do I smell good, JP? Because you told us that we stink. So let's start it at James chapter 5. James chapter 5, and we go read the 14th verse. We'll start from the 14th. And it's going to answer the sickness part. It's going to answer the closed mouth part. Also the uncomfortable situation. But yeah, James chapter 5 verse 14, and it reads, is anyone among you sick? Let the elders of the church pray for him. Is anyone among you sick? Let the elders of the church pray over them and anoint them with all crazy afflictions for all of y'all. Or is there anyone like that? Let them call the elders of the church, and the elders of the church does not mean people that are over 60, over 50, doesn't mean senior citizens. Means that those that are in authority, this could be your intercessory team, your pastor, deacon, elders, church boy, both of us, elders. Verse 16, answering the close mouth one. Therefore confess your sins to each other and pray for each other. Yeah. Therefore confess your sins to each other and pray for each other so that you may be healed. So you gotta talk. You gotta open your mouth. Confess. Some of you gotta tell people with your guys, me at 3 a.m. I watch films that are nasty. I watch things that make me stink. I text people that makes me stink. I'm sick. You gotta confess. There's a saying that what you don't reveal, the doctor can heal. Confess and pray for each other. Don't tell me, I'll turn it into content. I'll turn it into content. No, but jokes aside, do tell people that you trust. Tell them you're sick. Tell them if you're abused. Tell them if you're not happy. This one could also answer the unnecessary weight. You guys, and a lot of y'all have unnecessary weight. I don't even think I went on to define what unnecessary weight is. Because some of y'all hate me because your mama now hates me. You don't even know what I mean. Your mama hate each other. Me and you used to be best friends. Now you hate me. Unnecessary weight. You just hate someone just because the person you used to like them with likes them. Unnecessary weight. Confess your sins to each other and let it go. Pray for each other. Confess your sins to each other and pray for each other so that you may be healed. The prayer of a righteous person is powerful and effective. So that's one. I forgot one reason and I can't let it go. This one is important. Why do people smell? And it's growth. I have a little sister. So when I'm back home, I help bathe her. Yeah, I'm not sick like some of y'all. I bathe my little sister. And when I bathe her, she can go on the whole day without stinking. Enjoy, guys, this is the same me that baths myself, that use all those expensive things and stuff. I scrub myself. I don't scrub my sister, I scrub myself. And I still go on to stink, but she doesn't. So it says that in age makes you stink. When you age, when you grow, you stink. Because there are kids that are starting to grow. In fact, no, killing my car, okay, guys. Yeah, when we're getting a stage, I feel so you're cool. Yeah. So that same person, so it goes to show that when you're younger, you don't stink like that. But as you grow, now there are people that grow and they start stinking. People who get jobs, all of a sudden now they are not your friend. People who get married, now all of a sudden they don't know you. People who move out of flats, and all of a sudden, yeah, man, I've never. Yes, I call it a slider song. With the backyard. You just grew. You just got the backyard yesterday. You're supposed to be inviting me to your backyard. No. Because when you've grown, you have that kid, you can't be told. You bought that new Ferrari, that new Maserati. You can't be told, right? You're the biggest company. And I never went to the next for fun and that back. I never met a bunch of eggs. Yeah, I never met child eggs. Yeah, so growth also makes you stink. And guys, don't get me wrong, you are supposed to grow. Be fruitful and multiply. You are supposed to grow. But others of y'all, when you grow, you stink. So I said, how can you smell good? Is there anyone among you who's sick? First of all, you gotta know, you gotta check yourself, you gotta smell, sniff. When you sniff, you find out. Sniff. What do you smell like? Do you smell like the divorce you went through? Do you smell like the breakup you went through? Do you smell like the abusive relationship? Oh my god, this flight just had to run my feet. Yeah, by Louis. See those people that blame everything on the devil. But yeah, smell me. And you gotta confess too, you gotta speak out. You gotta let things go. You gotta let things go. And you'd be like, Anna JP, you don't understand. You think I smell because I'm in an uncomfortable situation? Maybe yes, sometimes I do because of that. But really, the ultimate reason why I smell is because I've had something or someone die on me. Really? Me too. Really though, I've had, like I said, I've had people take me up, then drop me. I've had that. I've had businesses die on me, and you start thinking friendships that on me. I've had that, and this is the second last story. But before we go to the story, my little sister is coming back. So I think the first official reason of how you can smell good or what can make you smell good is realizing that at some stage you were like my little sister. You didn't smell. And what that is supposed to mean is that it's possible not to smell this bad. Because a lot of y'all think, I'm a sewage treatment, JP. I'm the pits. I'm a toilet. I'm the worst case scenario. And I'm like, there was a point that where you didn't stink. So I want you to know that smelling good is possible. And then you just gotta sniff around. Gotta check what's the problem. And once you find out the problem, you gotta confess. Gotta tell the doctor, go la. But man, I say, come on. I say, I had a wife last week. This week I don't have. I had a job. Now I don't. So you gotta confess. You gotta pray for each other. And if they have sinned, because remember we also spoke about vices. If you put yourself, for some of us, we put ourselves in. We got those sicknesses, we got those perversions, we got those addictions, we put ourselves in. They will be forgiven. The Lord will raise them up. The Lord will raise them up. So first of all, you gotta know that smelling good is possible. Because there was a time you didn't smell. So that means you can't smell good, and you gotta confess. You gotta pray for each other. You gotta seek elders to pray for your sicknesses. That's three. And the others that I left, I think it's the JP. I can't let it go because I've had things and I'm going to talk about the story of Lazarus. It's found in the book of John chapter 11. I'm not going to read it, just going to summarize it. So Lazarus, the brother to Martha and Mary, is sick. they write a letter to Jesus. Master, Lazarus, the one you love, is sick. And I don't know if you've been listening, but I've said that when you're sick, you stink. Now the letter that's written to Jesus, let's read it. But it says, Master, the Lazarus, the one, let's read it. Jesus, why is it not opening? Okay, when Lazarus was sick. Yeah, it reads, John chapter 11 verse 3. So the sister said word to Jesus, Lord, the one you love is sick. And if you've been listening, you heard what I said. I said, when you're sick, you stink. For Jesus, wait. Are you telling me that God loves people who stink? If you're sick, you stink. Jesus, the one you love, is sick. You're not hearing me. You stink, and Jesus loves you. Jesus, Lord, the one you love, is sick. When he heard this, Jesus said, this sickness will not end in death. No. It is for God's glory. Like, your stinkiness is for God's glory. So that God's Son may be glorified through it. Now Jesus loved Martha and her sister and Lazarus. So when he heard that Lazarus was sick, he stayed 2 more days. It said it twice, yo. On the letter it says, Jesus, Lord, the one you love was sick. Now here John is writing, the one that Jesus loves. He's writing, now Jesus loved Martha and her sister and Lazarus. So when he heard that Lazarus was sick, he stayed 2 more days. I thought he was going to say, so when he heard that Lazarus was sick, so when he heard that Lazarus was stinking, so when he heard that Chamine was stinking, so when he heard that Joseph was stinking, so when he heard, I'm trying to think of names, so when he heard, what's written here? Mike was stinking. When he heard that Change was stinking, when he heard that Watch was stinking, he stayed 2 more days. Jesus, when he heard, then he said to his disciples, let us go back to Judea. But Rabbi, they said a while ago they tried to stone you. Damn, bro. So Jesus is going back to where they tried stoning him at because he stink. So Jesus, but they said right by a short while ago the Jews, they tried to stone you, and yet you are going back, Jesus. Really? Are you not scared? Jesus answered, are they not 12 hours of daylight? Anyone who walks in the daytime will not stumble. For they see by the swell's light, and when a person wakes at night, they stumble, for they have no light. I'm gonna do a teaching on this called Night, verse 10. After he said this, he went on to tell them, our friend Lazarus has fallen asleep, but I'm going there to wake him up. when the disciples said, but if you're sleeping, then it's about right, make it. And then Jesus, I need to see Lazarus Sophie. Oh, he's dead. So Lazarus stink twice, yo. He was sick. Remember, when you're sick, you stink, and when things are dead, they stink. So Lazarus is like, he's dead. So Jesus gets to Judea. Sorry, early child started stoning him. Yeah, he gets there. Wait, let me see what's the first. Let's go to Judea. Yeah, let's get there. Let's go to Judea. Yeah, when they transferring him, Martha hears that Jesus is coming. She goes to meet him. Jesus, had you been here, my brother would still have been alive. Jesus, had you been here, I probably would not have been raped. Jesus, had you been here, I would not have lost my job. Jesus, had you been here, I would not have lost my mom. Jesus, had you been here, I would not have lost my marriage. Jesus, had you been here? How many of you feel like Jesus, had you been here, I would not have lost myself? Jesus, had you been here, Jesus says, hey, I'm the resurrection. She says, yes, Lord, I know you're the resurrection. The day of resurrection is coming. Does she really believe that resurrection is coming? Then she goes to call her sister Mary. Mary comes. Mary cries. Jesus says the same thing. Jesus like, I'll wake him up. I'm the resurrection. And then verse 35, the most important verse. Jesus cried. Jesus cried. The fact that you stink does make Jesus cry. The fact that you are feisty does make Jesus cry. The fact that you're angry does make Jesus cry. The fact that you stink makes Jesus cry. Jesus wept. So crazy now. Jesus said, let us go wake him up. Jesus, you know you're going to wake him up. Why are you crying? Why, Jesus? You're going to wake him up. No, it's a Tulu. So why are you crying? Because it's painful now. Because you stink now. Fine, Jesus gets there. Says, take me to your brother's tomb. They take him where Lazarus is buried. Yeah. Then they go there. Okay, I don't like this version, but the other version that I like. It says when Jesus got there, he said, roll the stone out. The PTI left by the deodorant. The deodorant is not the original one. But now, this is a sense of humor, high sense of humor, but I'm not laughing. Because hey, people be like being offended. But yeah, he said roll the stone. This is the deodorant, you need to roll the stone. You need to roll the stone. Jesus said you need to roll the stone. roll the stone. Guys, my deodorant is far. I don't want to stop to fetch it just to fetch it. So you gotta roll the stone. How can you smell good? You gotta roll the stone. And some of you are like, Lord, but it's too late. It stinks. Hey, when I roll the stone. But Lord said, Martha, the sister of the dead man, by this time the bad odor. By this time there is a bad odor. Hey, regardless, roll the stone. Roll the stone. Roll the stone. There's a bad odor. Roll the stone. The solution is roll the stone. Martha said that there's a bad stone, so roll the stone. Jesus, then he said, Lazarus, get up. Lazarus got up, and then he said, unwrap him. Because sometimes you think because you have unnecessary things and you gotta unwrap. That could mean confession. That could mean letting go of things that you thought you needed. Letting go of those ideas, unwrap those ideas, unwrap the failed relationships, unwrap yourself. Because you've been treating yourself like a mommy, hence you stink. Unwrap. So you see, you gotta roll the stone, because we literally roll on, does have that ball, right? Stone. And then to close it off, John chapter 12. 6 days before Passover, Jesus came to Bethany, where Lazarus lived, whom he had raised from the dead. Here a dinner was given in Jesus' honor. Martha served, while Lazarus was reclining. So hey, you guys have had things die on you. You've had things die on you. You've had things die on you. But Jesus will reclaim them. Jesus will reclaim them. They will be seated, a few days later they will be seated. Reclining. Then Mary. Let me go back to verse 3. Then Mary took about a pint of a pure nard and expensive perfume. So you gotta put on expensive perfume, guys. And put it on Jesus' feet and wiped his feet with her hair, and the house was filled with fragrance of the perfume. So you need expensive perfume that when you put it, the whole house. First of all, how can you smell good? You need a perfume with my faggot, the whole house. Yeah, Fagala would say, faggot perfume. You need to roll the stone. And really, guys, you think I'm joking, but. And also, what this Mary perfume thing means is that it's worship. She remembered, Lord, just a few days ago, weeks, I don't know how long, that I had a brother that had a bad odor, so I know I need expensive perfume. She worshipped him. She's like, Lord, you've raised things that have been dead in my life. You've raised relationships. Jesus, do it again. Do it again. Raise things for us. So how can you smell good? Number one, realize that you cannot always smell bad. Sorry, you cannot always smell bad here. So there is hope. If you smell good. You gotta talk, you gotta open your mouth. You gotta unwrap. You gotta let things go. You gotta bath, you gotta roll the stone. Because Jesus won't roll the stone for you. No matter how much you pray, Jesus won't put on with you. You gotta roll the stone. You gotta roll the stone. You gotta roll the stone. Reading verse 5b, it said it was worth a year's wage, but the perfume is expensive. So, guys, still, you also gotta buy expensive stuff. The expensive deodorant that I'm saying that I'm using. You gotta buy it. You gotta buy it. And yeah, man. This was in the dark. How can I smell good?